if you didn't like your undergraduate college long time back, undergraduate GPA, even now it's going to come back and haunt you. Okay, undergraduate GPA matters even if you have 10 years of experience. The oldest client I have placed is 22 years of experience. They had 22 years of okay, and I was really surprised as to why they were going for an MBA, but they had a beautiful reason for going, and they got into one of the full-time MBA programs. So it was really like a very great time to have helped that person do it. But even for them, you know what, GPA was asked. Can you believe it? After 22 years of work experience. So that is the value it has. Okay, that's why they say your undergrad is always going to follow you, and people who've done very well in undergrad are like kind of happy, but the others probably are like, they have to look at other ways of compensating. So the college you come from, the kind of major you took. See, for example, if you're taken arts versus someone else taking an engineering, okay, then what happens is certain factors will be evaluated. So for example, how strong are your analytical skills? Because please note that MBA at the end of the day is a quant heavy program. Okay, and especially if you're coming from if you're coming from finance and all that, there are going to be like tons of people like you who are going to be excellent at those kind of analytical skills. All right, so the factors that you're seeing here, the quantitative factors that you're seeing here, are ways by which you can differentiate yourself, from the rest of the people. Okay, so that's why undergraduate major matters. So why people might like, hey, you did a I don't know, a BA in anthropology or whatever, while people might like that, they're definitely going to evaluate you on the quant part using the GMAT total or the GMAT quant. See, I'm not making a distinction between GMAT and GRE. GMAT is just a placeholder for me because it's one of the most preferred tests. Doesn't mean they don't take the GRE, they take it, right? So if you're a person from humanities and other background, your GMAT becomes like a huge indicator of your potential analytical skills, and how you're going to tackle your academic rigor. Okay, please know it's extremely quant heavy. All right, and the next thing is definitely your work experience so far. Work experience so far is a number, but it's a number that counts. So this number is basically the number by which they're going to add for the later on, and so on. Okay, and the brand of the employers also counts a lot. The international exposure that you get and the industry from which you come also matters a lot. Okay, when I say brand of employers, top companies like Google, Amazon, Nvidia, probably the top three automotive companies in your region, all those things matter. International exposure typically over 6 months of duration, so all those matters again, right? And the industry that you are in. Okay, so these are the you might say industry doesn't come under quantitative. It's just that you're coming from one industry or the other, right? So it's very easy to specify. You can't go and change it. Either you're coming from e-commerce, retail, or automotive sector, or any of those things, and so on. So which is why you should go and look into our goal setting form. We have an exhaustive list of industries that you can pick from, and then choose as well. That said, the qualitative aspects again are super important for you to get through. Okay, no B school applicant can get through solely based on the quantitative parameters. You might ask, like, Kritika, like, how can you like so assuredly say that? That's because I have helped candidates with 780. Okay, one guy got a perfect math score in GMAT, 780. I have had candidates with 770, 760. See, that's the beauty, right? Having worked with so many people, I get the cream of the cream of the people coming to me. These people have got rejects from the top schools for valid reasons, of course. Okay, there were things in their profile that that didn't probably stand out, but of course they got admits into some of the other schools. When I say they got rejects from their top choices. Okay, so because everyone see, mostly I work with clients who want to go to Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, Kellogg, Columbia, MIT, and Booth. So these are my top ones, and of course I do help people for ISB, IMA, and also basically I work with very closely with people who go for the top programs, and some of them have like failed despite having such a high GPA. Okay, one guy that I knew had a 340 on 340 in GRE, and I'm not even making it up. Okay, so it was a privilege for us, having taken that from us. So those kind of people, what happens is, do note that Only quantitative, nothing happens in the world. All right. In addition to quantitative, you need to have strong recommendation letters from strong recommenders. Okay, essays, interviews. Then in the interviews and all that, right, they also assess your fit based on the communication abilities is both written and oral. So you know how it happens through the essays and interviews, obviously. The appropriateness of your career goals, again, through the form that you send, through the essays, through what your recommender has to say for you, your CV, and your interviews, and so on. Okay, they definitely also look at the diversity factor, or meaning like how to put together a class, when they build the class, literally. Okay, so they don't want like 50 people coming as Indian in IT engineers, right? Okay, they don't want like that. They want diversity in the class, because do note that as much as you learn from your the peers, sorry, the faculty, you will learn the same from the peers. So the faculty are critical, but the peers are the one who are going to shape how your business school life is going to be. Peers are the one who will help you like learn different things. Faculty members are mere facilitators in a B school setting. Okay, so the diversity of the class, like how many males versus females, how many people from various different ethnicities, various different occupations, and all of those aspects also matter. So various different undergraduate colleges, different majors, different GPA range, etc., etc. That is what we call as building a class. So the diversity also matters. And last but not the least, the post MBA employability. So which is again tied into your career outcomes and all.